deals, 2 or 3 year deals, a big deal when you're meeting with assistants?
I think it depends on a lot of factors. But yeah, I mean, every assistant wants their biggest concern is security for their family, and it should be. That was my concern as an assistant. You get worried about your family. So yeah, you'd like to say, we'll give you a 5-year deal, but that's not reality. Because what you don't want to do is box both of yourselves in. And that's just not been the way the profession's been.
That didn't have an impact on you losing any assistants, did it?
I can't speak for why. I think like I said, all 3 of them are from that area, and it was a good opportunity for them. I probably, everybody's different. Every coach's issues are different. It's just like recruiting. We try to really simplify it, but issues like that are complex, and guys, they're hard. You're moving families. They're not easy on. And at the end of the day, and I tell them this, you got to do what you think is best for you and your family. And if you decide you want to be here, I need you to be 100% dive in and you're bleeding orange. And if you don't feel that way, then you really should go. So I tell everybody that. If you don't feel like you're absolutely in and bleeding orange, and that's at any job. I told them that at Louisiana Tech. You gotta unpack your bags and go. And that's what I always did as an assistant. I didn't care where I was, and as a head coach. I operated as if I'm going to be there the rest of my life, and I got to bust my tail to get it right. And I think that's the best approach for any assistant, and when you do that, you get a lot of opportunity.
Is that one of the most difficult challenges as a leader of a staff like that, trying to promote stability, yet from what you just said, it's inevitable that these guys may move on?
Well, to me, you just keep your focus on the program. And I'm really proud of what we've accomplished in 22 months, Rick. I am, guys. I mean, you look back in this short a time with all the things that we have had to face, from the state of the roster, from the NCAA stuff that's now behind us, where our football, when you look at our football team and what it looks like today, and you look at our program, what it looks like today, buddy, it's in great shape compared to where we were 22 months ago, and we're on our way. Worst is behind us. Said it after the game. I hate that we had a game like that. And the worst part of having a game like that is you don't play the next week. Hey, I've been a part of some tough ones, man. We lost to UAB at LSU, but we got to play Tennessee the next week. And you get 5 days of bad stuff, and you can go fix it. Can't do that now. So it's a good lesson. Don't do what you do the last game when you're not bowl eligible. Bad way to end it.
Did you ask Justin and Peter if there was anything you could do to keep them here?
I don't want to go into all our private conversations. But, I'm always very supportive of the coaches. I don't get angry when guys leave. To me, it's a professional dialogue that you should have. There's a mutual respect. Those guys worked their tail off for Tennessee when they were here. And listen, their contracts are good and they're paid well. So,
what would your message be to fans who might be feeling disillusioned after, back-to-back losing seasons?
Yeah, I think what I just said. 22 months ago we walked into a tough situation, and we've rolled up our sleeves and gone to work every day. And despite some of the hard bumps that you hit along the way, it doesn't minimize the progress that's been made at the foundation level. It doesn't minimize what the roster looks like heading into next season, and it doesn't minimize the excitement that we have outside of this area in recruiting and elsewhere. So I'm excited. I'm fired up. I don't know what else to say, but when you get drawn into the drama, and it's toxic. It really is, and it's bad for the soul. And when you love something, when you're talking publicly about it, you support it. Whether it's your family, your wife, your school, your program, when you love something, you support it. And it doesn't mean you don't have concerns about it. Doesn't mean you don't air out some things privately if things aren't going the way you want, but you support it. And we got one of the best fan bases in the country with a passion that's unmatched, and I wouldn't trade them for anybody. And when you have some bumps along the way, there's going to be some passion in the other way, and that's great. It's healthy. All right, but the most important thing is how you move forward and how you fix it, and that's all I'm focused on.
Derek, how is your relationship with Dave?
Great. I've had as good a dialogue with Dave as anybody I've ever worked for. I've had a lot of dialogue. He's incredibly supportive, and Dave has been around a lot of big-time winning football and knows what our challenges are. I think with all of our dialogue that we've had, he's 100% believes in what we're doing and where we're headed, and I'm thrilled he's here. I really am. I think it's as good, thing as we could have done, given when Mike left. I don't know if there's a better guy we could have gotten for the job. So I'm fired up about Dave.
Dick, there were 4 guys suspended late in the year. 3 were underclassmen.
Mm-hmm.
What's their status?
I'd rather on roster, Jimmy. Give me a week on that. Okay. When they all come back to school, I'll sort through any changes, if that's okay. Yeah.
Anything else?
Y'all got a lot to write on here and talk about, so we got to save something for next week. Hey guys, thanks for coming. All right. All right. We'll see y'all.